That's right! You don't see nothing, you don't know nothing, and you ain't saying nothing.
Stepping into the violent world of Raising Kanan, things get way more intense in episode 4, as Ronnie Myers kills Dean at his grandma's house, and Rock sets up her own son so she can have him back home. The writers of Raising Kanan are definitely amping up the suspense and betrayal this season, and I'm here for it as this episode got me on the edge of my seat. So let's dive straight into the 3 clues you may have missed whilst watching episode 4 of Raising Kanan. Number 1. Juliana could use Ronnie to get a revenge on Unique. With Ronnie looking for work and going to his old associates for help, Dean points him in the direction of reaching out to Rock's old connect. Ronnie goes to visit the Colombians at their place of business, but as soon as Ronnie mentions that he's Unique's brother, Juliana and her cousin turn around. Obviously Juliana doesn't like Unique because of what he did in season 2 when he kidnapped her and got away with it, but when Ronnie told her that he could take care of Unique and said that there's always a solution to a problem, Juliana looked at him as if she was interested and curious in what Ronnie could do to deal with Unique. Obviously her cousin wouldn't really care about Unique as he wasn't the one who was kidnapped by him, but Juliana did seem like she was traumatized by Unique's kidnapping, so with Ronnie coming through and saying that he could sort it out would make her feel she's got some hope and actually getting revenge on Unique. The look that Juliana gave Ronnie near the end of the scene should tell us that she'll be open to speak with Ronnie again, but could make him a deal where she would want him to deal with Unique in exchange for supplying him with product. Number 2. Famous's betrayal. With Famous always desperate for money and constantly seeking that instant gratification, he watched Rock plant the gun in Kanan's bag and didn't do anything about it to stop her. I think it's a shame they had to betray his boy like that, because Kanan had always been loyal to him and never turned his back on him. People could say Famous didn't know that Rock was trying to set up her own son, but with the reaction that Famous had when he threw the money on the table should tell us that he knew Kanan was going to get set up and felt guilty that he's going to land Kanan in trouble. I feel like Famous's betrayal is just the start of his own downfall, because we know as soon as he chose that money over his best friend, he's lost a friend for life. In the episode 6 promo, it tells us that Famous reveals a dangerous secret to Kanan, which I think would be Rock setting him up, and I know for a fact that Kanan won't take the news well. Just understanding how Kanan became so cold-hearted and unforgiving in the OG Power series, especially when it comes to betrayal, I could see Kanan killing Famous at some point. Number 3. The task force could be looking into Burke's death. With Howard being called in to be questioned by the FBI agents about Crown, they ask him about his shooting and ask if there's any progress with who shot him. This catches Howard by surprise, as I think Howard didn't expect them to look into his files. I think the task force will put more effort into looking into Burke's murder, because if they're curious about Howard's shooting, which took place way before Burke's murder, what's stopping them from investigating what happened recently with Burke? I can still see Adina being relentless in her pursuit of clearing Burke's name, and I wouldn't be surprised if she's on the task force's radar, where they believe she could be helpful in providing crucial evidence and exposing Howard based on what Burke told her. The task force will eventually realise that Howard is dirty by the end of this season, so I think between now and the season finale, Howard would be treading carefully to cover up his tracks. So let me know in the comments below what you thought about episode 4, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to watch out for new Power videos.